Hello, I was going to explain the revolution one more time, this time with a board. Here's the documentation, hope you can see this. Law.org sheet 2.txt 3, 4, 5. Like said, the revolution would be first organized by the women. So this is a street, and the women are going to group in the street, and they're going to try to organize voter groups. So the women go past the doors, trying to ask, hey, do you want to join the revolution? So if it's a couple of women, it's less threatening for most people. So it's important that there's not men tagging along, or the men are going to stand here and be quiet. The women are then going to look how many people do we have here, how many women, how many men, who wants to be in the voter group with whom, and there's a street is here, and there's another woman here, and they're going to talk a little bit about this, and the men, they group here, and the men stay quiet. And ideally someone, maybe men or women, doesn't matter, going to make a little bit of tea, or a little bit of coffee, and they're going to drink a little warm cup of coffee with each other, and the women of course also. So that is a nice experience. Now it's important that not a couple of men are going to think, oh, we know better. We are going to we are better men. We are going to stand here. We are going to influence them. It's not going to happen. It's not the idea here. Of course, I can't order things. Of course, but it's not the danger is that if a couple of men are going to think, oh, we are better men. We are peaceful men. They're going to stand here, and the other can think, why can this one stand here? They're going to, and the men are always more aggressive, more, they supposedly know everything better, like me. Huh? So, that was supposedly not going to happen. Then, if the women have trouble doing this in an orderly way, then they are supposed to elect the 5 oldest women in this group. Check the 5 oldest, and here, if they, maybe this is okay, or maybe not, if it's not okay, also the 5 oldest women, and this will be a committee of order. So this is not the voter groups. This is going out in the street, trying to get a relaxed atmosphere, and then seeing where can we get groups of about 50, 55 people together who could form a voter group. Because the idea is that quite quickly, this is a sudden revolution, so maybe it could be done in one day, or maybe a couple of days. Doesn't have to be done in 10 minutes. If it is 2 weeks, it's okay. But this is the basic system. Then the women going to ask them, do you want to be in this voter group here? And then this men maybe say, yeah, okay, that's all right. So they're going to try to make a list of who is in this voter group. They're going to ask, and then going to get it in an initial voter group distribution. that at least there can be someone elected, and of course later people can change which vote group they are, but this is quick. So then there is hopefully a number of vote groups with both men and women in them, or maybe some people prefer to have only women and only men. Doesn't matter what they want. Maybe it depends on the tradition of a certain nation. So this is all voter groups. And the minimum is 50 persons per voter group. So this was the street, like before. But now there are a couple of voter groups. Okay? Because 50 is the minimum, it is a good idea to have a little bit of a reserve. So, to do it with 55. Then if a couple of persons are going to say, well, I want to be there, and I want to be there, and I want to be there, then you have some buffering. Once the voter groups are at least legal, which means they are comprised of 50 persons or more, the first thing they are going to do is elect someone who is going to organize a vote. So it's not electing a delegate, but first electing the person who is going to run the election for the delegate. It's a stepped system, because now it's a voter group all of a sudden, and it's difficult to immediately do something very important like electing a delegate. So then there is maybe hand raising. This one can run the election for us. Obviously this do the same thing. Then they're going to try to elect their actual delegate. It can be someone they know in their vote. Perhaps this one says, no, I want to be elected, and maybe I want to be elected. Then you can vote on this, and perhaps this one has the most votes. Then of course you run the chance that a couple of people say, we don't want to be in this voter group anymore, and they're going maybe to this group. And a couple of people in this group, maybe they elect someone else and they say, well, we want to be in this group better. So that's of course a little bit of a dynamic situation.